Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am making this rich and very decadent and cheesy potato au gratin. So if you want to see how to make this simple and easy recipe, keep on watching. So in a pot, add 1 and 1/2 cups of heavy whipping cream, and then we're going to infuse our cream with some shallot. So I am using 1 medium-sized shallot that I just chopped into thick cuts, and then I'm going to add some garlic, and I am using 2 large garlic cloves that I chopped, and then add 1/2 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper, as well as 1/2 teaspoon of salt. You don't need a lot of salt because our cheese has salt in it. And finally, I am adding some nutmeg to my cream. The nutmeg adds a lot of flavor, and I'm just using a little bit of nutmeg. So I am using 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. You can add more if you like, but that's all I needed for my sauce. And then we're just gonna mix everything together, and then I'm gonna put it on medium heat or really low fire and let the cream simmer for about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna turn off the fire and let everything sit in the pot for another 10 minutes. And once that 10 minutes it's over, you're gonna strain out the shallots and the garlic and let that sit on the side while we work on our potatoes. So for the potatoes, I am using russet potatoes. You can use Yolk and Gold, but russets are better because they have a lot of starch, and that starch will help thicken our sauce. So you can either slice your potatoes or you can use a mandolin. The mandolin is way easier, and that's what I'm using. Just be careful with your hand. And for the thickness setting, you can either do 1/4 or 1/8 thickness. I did 1/8 thickness, and you want to make sure that you work really fast, because after you slice your potatoes, you don't want to soak it in water because the water will remove the starch, and again, we need that starch to thicken our sauce. So once you're done slicing your potatoes, and I am using 4 potatoes, which is like 2 pounds, then we're going to assemble our potato au gratin. So you can use any baking dish that you want. You can either also make it individual potato au gratin, but I am just using a cast iron skillet because it is way easier. And I just used about 1 tablespoon of softened unsalted butter to grease my pan, and then I just layered a thin slice or thin layer of the potatoes, and then I am adding a little bit of that cream. And then for my cheese, I am using a mixture of Gruyere cheese as well as white sharp cheddar cheese. You can also use Parmesan cheese if you want, but if you're going to use only one cheese, make sure it is Gruyere cheese. That's the main one that you need. And then after I added a little bit of that cheese, I also added some chopped chives to my mixture as well. And I did about 4 layers, and this is my final layer. As you can see, the potatoes started turning a little bit reddish brown because it's not in water. That's okay, just work fast. But once you're done and you're at your top or final layer, just add all of the cream on top, and then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add our chives, we're going to add our cheese to it, and then that is it. Before you put your potatoes in the oven, first you want to make sure that you cover the potatoes, and we're going to bake our potatoes covered for 1 hour at 350, and then we're going to take it out of the oven, remove the cover, and then put it back for another 30 minutes, bake it uncovered. And once you remove it, that is it, it is done. This recipe is so easy, it is so delicious, decadent, and creamy. If you want to see more of Seasoned Cuisine, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button. Thank you so much. Bye.